The gentleman reserves. The gentlewoman from Washington is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm pleased to yield to a dynamic example of life and her own testimony. The gentlelady from Florida, Cammack. 2 minutes.
The gentlewoman is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record some articles that I feel relevant to this debate.
Without objection.
Thank you. I rise today to fight for life and in strong opposition to H.R. 8296, the Abortion on Demand Until Birth Act. You know, I never thought that I would have to stand here on the House floor and debate the fact that killing someone for their gender, their sex, their race, but here we are. We're debating a bill that is being pushed by my colleagues on the other side that would legalize abortions based on a baby's sex, race, or potential disability. Yeah, I'm going to say that again because I think that is perhaps the most outrageous, horrific, regressive, sexist, and racist part of this legislation. This bill allows for abortions up until the day of natural delivery because the child maybe isn't the right sex or the right race according to the mother, who is a woman, by the way. And we need to stop this lie that suddenly abortion is health care. It is not. And I have heard repeatedly my colleagues talk about this 10-year-old girl who was brutally raped. This is a heartbreaking situation, yet not a single peep about the man who did this, an illegal who crossed our border, who never should have been in our country in the first place, who committed this crime. Not one peep. In our country, we are based really, quite frankly, on a simple notion that we are of equal opportunity, not equal outcome. Abortion, that is equal outcome. We know the outcome. So all I am asking today is that my colleagues think a little bit critically about what they're doing and what they're saying, the message that they are sending, that they believe in equal outcome, not opportunity, because they are, quite frankly, denying the right for every single one of these children the opportunity to live. With that, Madam Speaker, I yield back. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to urge my colleagues on the other side of the aisle to stop lying. Stop lying. Roe did not make abortion illegal. It returned the issue to the states. And now we see that y'all want to take those rights away from the states, strip them, in fact. You know, under this bill that we're considering here today, you want to take this issue further than Roe ever did and take away the rights of children, those most vulnerable. The notion that women will somehow be stopped at checkpoints in some 1984 scenario, this is insane and political fear-mongering at its best. And you know that. You know that. I hear constantly about these quote-unquote extreme positions that conservatives and those in the pro-life movement are taking. But what's extreme is not taking a stand for the child that survives an abortion attempt. That is extreme. Denying medical care for that child. That is extreme. And Madam Speaker, I always say, and bless your heart, 36 years of service, that is incredible. 2 years longer than I have been alive. In that time, you have overseen the murder.
The gentleman's time's expired.
Of 60 million.
I yield the lady an additional minute.
The gentlewoman's recognized for a minute.
Thank you. And in that 36 years of service, Madam Speaker, 60 million children have been murdered, with over 30% of them being minorities, African Americans, Hispanics. It's curious logic that we murder them to empower them. Where were the rights of those young little girls that were murdered? They didn't have a voice. And yet here we are debating the fact that this is a right. A right? No. This is an issue that has gone back to the states. Not an issue for us here in this chamber to be deciding when we know that this nation is based on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and it starts at life. The extreme positions, they're being held on that side of the aisle. We are a nation of equal opportunity, not equal outcome. We know that abortion is equal outcome. Give those children the opportunity to live. I urge my colleagues to vote against this ridiculous bill.
The gentlewoman from